Good morning. I think I'm live. I've never. Yeah, I am. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I was like coming a little bit earlier because I have technical issues. Good morning. Let's wait for everyone to arrive. I'll just stick this up whilst. Yeah, this is the painting I did. Was it Monday? So that's that one. Morning, Melanie. Oh, it's chilly here today, so sorry if I sniff. I've got a really cold nose. I'm just having a coffee just to warm me up a bit. So, Morning, Lisa. Good morning. I'm just sort of waiting for people to arrive whilst I just get this going. This is the painting from the other day. And this morning I'm painting poppies again. I'll probably do red ones, be a bit easier. And I've used some masking fluid this morning. So look how prepared I am. Look, preparedness. This is the masking fluid. I can't speak. It's too early. This is the masking fluid. It's not too early. I've been up since 4. Masking fluid that I'm using today, and I used a nice old brush, and I think it's dry. If you're going to use masking fluid, don't use test it out on the paper you're going to use first, because some paper it just sticks to and you'll never get it off. Other papers are fine. This is the paper I'm using. This is one I'm using. Can you see that one? That's the one I'm using. And don't use a heat gun or hairdryer or anything on it, because it will make it stick even more. And I have got, because I'm so organised this morning, one of these masking fluid removing doogee things. So I probably won't get to take off the masking fluid today, because it's not going to be dry and I'm not going to use a heat gun. So that might be a reveal for next time, but I'm just going to do the main thing. If you can see, I've just used a paintbrush and I've it's come off the paintbrush. What I do, some people say put washing up liquid on your brush beforehand, and use an old brush, don't use a new one, but I lick it. Does that sound disgusting? Nice bit of spit. Yeah, so yeah, that works, and then it sort of peels off afterwards, and it does work better than washing up liquid as well. So, and you have it to hand. So yeah, this is sort of dry. It's sort of sticky, but I'm just going to mainly do the background. You can see can you see? Yeah, you can. I've done some centres of flowers and some buds, and then I've blocked out some main things. Oh, sorry, that's all right, Melanie. It was just that I woke up Monday morning and I thought, I can't do it. I'll try later one and see what happens. Sorry, I never told you. I should message my spanner. Yeah, I'm disgusting. You just need a nice bit of spit on that. So I lick my brush and everything, so it's all right. So if anyone buys one of my paintings, they don't just get a painting, they get a bit of my DNA as well. Look, I've cleaned my water. I've cleaned it. I've put new water in there. There's nothing wrong with being gross. I hope the lighting's all right. I've got my lights on again today. It's not as dark as it was the other day. On Monday, because it was dark, but now it's light. But my windows are covered in a nice layer of condensation, because it's actually colder outside than it is in my house, for a change. Thank you, Ellie. Right, I'm just going to slap on a bit of water. My idea for this is this area is going to be dark, this area is going to be light, and that's going to get darker. So that's what I have in my head. I'm just wetting the whole paper the whole lot, loads of water. It's like pooling and dripping, and don't be afraid to add too much water because you can mop it up. And I'll be doing a few backgroundy colours here. I know what I like starting off with is sorry you can't see the whole of my palette. I can't see it out very well, but I will sort of hold it up. My lovely palette with a hole in. I burnt it with the heat gun. Do I have a fever? No. So I'm not worrying about where I'm going with this. There are some poppies there, so I have to remember where to put them. So I might put the red in. Now this is a cadmium red here, Winsor & Newton one, but I'm just going to use some, I'm not sure what this is, but it's a really nice like poppy colour. So I'm just going to slap that in there because that's where one of the poppies is. And then I'm going to slap another bit of colour in here. And another bit here because that's another poppy. Just so I don't forget. Oh, thank you, Fran. Hello, Fran. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you. Let's stick a bit of bleach in because I don't want that to be like a solid colour, and you know I like bleach. I like bleach, and I've got blue here, a bit of blue. And what do blue and yellow make? Green, so that's going to be in the background. Yeah, it's getting colder here. It's for the first time it's like cold. I haven't got a brown. Yes, I have. Where's my brown? It's over here. So I like mixing blue and umber together. So I am just like holding my palette in the way because I want you to see me mixing my palette. So where was the darkness? The darkness is supposed to be over here. You can't see it over there, but I'm gonna have to put it down for a minute because it's like bugging me. Yeah, I forget where my colours are when I'm doing this. So slap a bit. If anyone's interested in the brush I'm using, I always get asked. It's a 1-inch Royal Langnickel cat's tongue brush. It's got a nice point, and it does what I like. Flips back. That's what I look for in a brush. It needs a nice flippy movement. So I just mix all the blues. Just stick all the blues in. It doesn't really matter. So there's a nice peacocky blue there. A Windsor blue. Where else was it dark? It was lighter here, darker here, and then it was going to be, no, it's going to be light up there. I've confused myself. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Just slap it in. Let's just tip this up a bit. It's all going to run everywhere, but I like that. You woke up to snow. Ooh, no, it's not that cold here, but we did have snow a few years back at this time, so yeah, I hope it's not going to snow. I don't want it to snow. Where you can see where I've put the masking fluid, or I don't know if you can actually. I'm going to like try and put darker colour around it so it sticks out. And a bit more kind of quickedone gold because I like that, and it makes it, yeah, greeny. Just sort of suggesting some green bits in there. Be nice. I don't know what's going to turn out like this. We're very red. The red's just gone, which is quite nice. But it's going to be. I'm going to make that purple because that's not the poppy there, is it? That's not the poppy. That's the poppies there. So they come in and at an angle. So let's just go around it. Get rid of it. This looks like it's going to be a cool background actually. I think it's a bit wet for salt, but you have to catch it just at the right time, just as the sheen's going off the page. So I think that bit was okay. The rest of it's far too wet. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. So I'm just going to have a bit of my coffee before it goes cold. I'm just going to stick some dark in the middle of the red poppies. I'm using Lunar Black by Daniel Smith. Just stick that in there. There's a bit green in there as well, just to give it a bit of interest. I do. Sorry, you hear me gulping. Let's do a bit of blotting, because we can. This is blotting paper, the stuff that calligraphers use. Oops, I need another bit actually. But it's all downstairs in my studio. I'm painting from my bedroom this morning because it's cold. Too cold in my studio. I have to like wear a hat and gloves if I was down there. And it's not... makes my nose run even more. I'm just blotting out all the... It's going to dry a lot lighter than you think it's going to, because it's very wet. And that's what watercolour does. So I'm going to start, I'll use a bit of tissue, or you can see this, I was going to say snow, it was just the salt working there. How pretty it is. You can get carried away with salt. I get carried away with using salt. I'm just going to blot out some more like buds and things. And then I like to use a wet brush. A thirsty brush, and I like to use like negative painting as well to make more things happen. Just putting a bit of salt in where the sheen's starting to come off, and it should do that nice thing in places. It does unexpected things sometimes. So I think this is going to be a really nice painting. I think I've thought this one through a bit more. I've not gone my normal way of just going, yeah. But it works for me. I don't know what I've done up here. I've like, maybe I should do a really dark red poppy here, because I've used the masking fluid, so that's going to be a really light, a really light poppy. So if I make these ones darker, because there's a lighter poppy there, I'm just like dragging. Let's make a darker red. I got what is it? Azilian Crimson. That's a nice dark red colour. And I don't know what else is mixed in with this. Is it good lighting? I've got 3 lights mainly. 3. I've got more than that. I've got my normal like bedroom lights on. I've got my I didn't know whether it was too much because you get shadows. I've like bodged things. I wish I could change the camera so you could see. It's quite funny actually. And then I've got 2 studio lights sort of either side here like this, and then I've got another ring light up the top here. So I thought I should like what do you call it? Glow up my lighting issues. Because I know they've been diabolical lately. That's alright, and downstairs in my studio it's really bright and light because the windows are huge. The windows are huge here, but because it's my bedroom I've got curtains and things and stuff, so I was conscious about that. Yeah, it's funny. I got like these, I had to make these to go over the lights. Could you see how glary it goes when I take them off? It's like, I did get rid of I had these big studio things, but I gave them away because I didn't like them. They were too big and clumpy for me. So I got these little tabletop ones. They're quite good. I want some dark in the middle, but my black's run out. I don't know if I've got any more in here. That's what I've got here. I haven't got all my watercolours up here. Oh, there we go. Look. Daniel Smith, Lunar Black. One of my favourite colours. I just love the way it granulates and does lovely things. I mean, I'm not going to finish this painting this morning because it's going to have to dry naturally because of the masking fluid. I'm not going to risk using my heat gun on it because it will make the masking fluid just stick to the... I've had that before. Yeah, we had... Yesterday was the gloomiest of gloomiest days ever. It was really depressing. Let's just do some splashes. It wasn't nice. I hate winter and summer to come. I'm just going to blot out some of this... I have got like proper masking tape around this. I probably won't. It's probably going to rip the whole thing off because I didn't think. There's like pools of water. Let's do some blotting. Adds a little bit of texture, like the edges of the poppy leaves. You can see nice things happening. I'm just going to paint some. Do you like my hand action? Paint some, or lift some, I don't know, lift some colour off with a thirsty brush, like I was saying with the blobs. They're not blobs, they're carefully thought out buds. Yeah, you can believe that if you want. Let's add some darker green ones. I'm just going to mix up. I've got this nice dark green here actually. I won't use that. This is one of the dusky Van Gogh colours. I like to mix a bit of purple in with it. Oh, is that I haven't heard of that. Melanie, the Great Sussex. Yeah, the landscape there is lovely, but it's nothing compared to up here. The landscape up here is like, it's breathtaking. That's one of the things that I keep thinking, yeah, I'd like to move back down to Sussex to be near everybody, but it's so beautiful up here. I know, it's just out, the scenery is just like magnificent, and I think quite a lot of it's like it's not overly populated by tourists, which is really good. Whereas Sussex, you get a nice spot and everyone just goes crazy because there's so many people down that way, and because it's near London and everything. So it's like the beach but the beaches up here are like breathtaking, and so is the scenery. It's one thing that I will miss if I do move back to Sussex, that I'll miss this place. Well, I think I've done enough buds and things because I'm getting carried away because I can't really do much else until it's dry and the masking fluid's been removed. But I think I'll save it for Friday. It can be my Friday painting. I think it'll probably take that long to dry because it's so cold here. What else can I add whilst it's like on the dry side? Let me just put a bit of salt. I get carried away because the salt hasn't worked in places because it was too wet. It's just a little sprinkle. And I was going to do a bit of sanding. Let me find a weird colour to sand over there. I've got purple. Bit of sanding, and then some, whilst it's wet. This pencil doesn't sand very well. If you want pencils that sand really well, you need cheap ones like this one. and it does only stick where it's wet. This is a Prismacolor colour erase one, which is quite cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave it now because I can't do anything else and I'm just fiddling. Oh, have a look out for that. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this one and I will leave it till, let me just do a zoom in, manual zoom. You can see where the salts worked there, and then I've got all that masking fluid to remove. And it's going to be beautiful. I can see it now. So I'm going to leave this until Friday, the Friday live. So it'll be nice and dry there. So anyway, so please give me a thumbs up if you haven't already. If you liked this, come back on Friday morning, or you'll be able to see it if you can't make it anyway, because I always keep my lives up. There's like hundreds of videos for you to watch if you're new to watching me. I've got hundreds and hundreds of videos of me painting live mainly. Sorry, I'm keep doing this because I've got cold hands. So take care, everybody. Thumbs up and subscribe down there if you haven't. And please think about joining my Patreon. It's brand spanking new. There's not much on there at the moment, but there will be. I've got a poppy class to put up up at the end of this week, and because we're doing poppies, we're doing poppies this week. So if you'd like a whole poppy class at a fraction of the price for the members who pay, I think it's £25 for monthly membership. But if you want a poppy class that usually costs £90, you're going to get that one. And I'm also going to put up other things as well. As the time goes on, as I get more members, it would be more interactive with stuff and tips and things, and hopefully, fingers crossed, yeah, it's easier than the YouTube membership, because that was just like weird. That didn't work at all. So yeah, Patreon is the place to go, and the link's underneath. So thank you everyone for joining me, and I will see you Friday, where I will be removing this masking fluid with this. Hopefully it comes off okay and it doesn't mess up the whole painting. Anyway, thank you. So I'm babbling because I'm trying to find out where to turn off the live stream, because I got my new camera and my new lights and my new computer. I don't know what to do. Oh, here we go. Right. Take care, everyone. See you on Friday. Bye.